This is Jamaica 5288, and today I'm going to give you an update of the callaloo that I planted 2 weeks ago, as well as the bok choy and the michikili, the Chinese cabbage. Sometimes you have to create your own sunshine. It's raining outside, and to me, it feels like it's below 50. So I pulled all of the seedlings in, and see all those lights behind me? See that? Those are UV lights, so it gives the plant UV rays so that they can keep growing. I have one right here. Let's go down. This right here, that's the bok choy. It's a little over 2 weeks old. I'll turn this light off so that you can see it or change the color of the lights. So there they are. The UV lights make sure that they continue to grow just like the sun would. It is not as good as the sun, but look at these babies. I could not leave them out there. They wouldn't have made it. So I'm gonna turn the light back on, and I like the color blue because blue helps the root system. So you can't see it very well, but that is an update. See, ooh, I look like a ghost. That is an update of the bok choy. Take one more look. There they are, without any UV rays on it. So creating your sunshine, your own sunshine, works, and I can prove it. I had a plant that came in from in Puerto Rico. It was a soursop, which is a tropical tree, and I already have one soursop tree in, and I might have said something to you all. I know I said something to you all while I was taping another session, how I received the tree damaged. So I brought the tree down here, and I put it under a UV light, and I started feeding it horticulture molasses and 511 fish emulsion and rainwater, anything I could find to make it stay alive. And let me show you what it looks like now. Let's go down. There it is, where my hand is. Let me change this light. This is the same type of light that I have on the thing. There it is. It survived. And look at it. It's all pretty and leafy green. Yeah, look at the bottom. All of those leaves died. All of this, most of the leaves look like this one. Most of these leaves, the shiny ones, are the ones that that developed while they were here. So it works. UV lights, UV lights, horticulture molasses, which is super cheap. I think it's like $13, and 511. It'll keep your plants alive. This thing has not been outside since I got it, and I know that if I didn't baby it, it would have been gone. So I'm gonna take you over to the other side. I'm gonna cut the film, and I'm gonna let you see the bok choy and the michikili, which is the Chinese cabbage. So because I'm kind of a neat freak, I put them behind my couch in the window. So they're getting natural light in here. And the blue is for the bok choy, right? And the green, which is right here, is for the michikili. And I have some other plants that I got from outside, some other seedlings that I got from outside that I didn't want to, have pass away on me. I'll give you an aerial view. See, it's kind of hard for me because I have a power station here. So all of these were brought inside as well as some other things. We're gonna cut out, and I'm gonna go back to the other side. Just a second. I missed some. They were all over the dining room, and it was such a mess. So I just put them on some old TV trays, and I put them in the windowsill so they get some natural light. If you look out there, it's still raining. It's been raining for like 3 days, and everything that is outside is probably thriving because it's in the ground. I'll walk out there with you in just a second. Update of the bok choy and the bok choy, the callaloo, and the michikili. Now we're gonna go outside in the rain in the mud because we got clay soil and sometimes the water just sits there. So I'll give you a brief look at what's going on out there. But I'm sure everything in the ground is doing well because somehow seedlings, even when it's cold, if it's not freezing, seedlings still thrive when there's rainwater involved, irregardless of the temperature. Let's go and look. I'm collecting rainwater and I'm out here and it's still dropping. It's dropping from the roof. It's not dropping from the sky. Well, it is. It's still drizzling. I'm gonna do this real quick. So I got a bucket of water and I've been trying to collect as much rainwater as possible. Here's some of the plants that I left out. The callaloo is, look at that. It collects water. And this is how it feeds itself. It collects water and then the leaf will finally tilt and the water, oh, it's not tilting because it's stuck on this thing, and the water will go down into the plant. I think rain is beautiful, especially when it collects on leaves like this. Doesn't that look like it's from some sort of sci-fi movie? Maybe it's just me, but I mean, it's just collecting. Look at that, little droplets. So pretty, so pretty. Look at the trees. That's the loquat, and the loquat looks really happy. The pear tree, pear sapling, which is right here, is just a stick with a bunch of leaves on it. It looks so happy, as well as all of the rest of the plants. Rainwater, see how it does in here in Texas? Rainwater is just helps plants to thrive, but look how the water collects in clay soil. See that? Turns into a swamp for a little while. All of the stuff around the gazebo is happy. If this were later on in the season, the crepe myrtles probably would have flowered. I don't expect them to right now, but everything is turning green. It's waking up. Everything has woke up. If you check a couple of months back, everything was just sticks. Here are my overwintered. I was a little concerned about them, but I think they were old enough. And I was right. They were old enough to survive. Look at that. I have some peppers, bell peppers developing, and all of my tomatoes are still there. See them? They're all in there. There's his sister. That one looks a little stressed, but it'll be all right. Scotch bonnet has Scotch bonnet on it. Look, it's under here. See them? There's a Scotch bonnet right there. They start off green and then they turn orange and then they turn red. I put some more taro around this crepe myrtle here. I'll back off a little bit. So there's taro around the bottom. It's gonna be a whole ring around the bottom. I'm getting wet for you guys. All right, there's the seedlings. They look happy. They look so happy. Oh man, they look really good. Look at that. And as well as, wow, everything looks good. There's the pumpkin. There is the, remember when I chopped that thing down? This is the pomegranate bush. I'm gonna get that little branch right there because he's hanging out by himself. He ain't doing right. He's not conforming as well as the ones that are hanging out on the side. I guess the rain just brought him down a little bit, but I'm gonna cut those off. But the bush looks a lot better. It looks a lot healthier. Last year it looked really bad. So I'm glad I trimmed this thing down. And there we go. This is the butternut squash. And let's go down Raggedy Lane. Y'all know what Raggedy Lane is, right? So here's some blackberries. I don't see any berries on it. I don't see any flowers on it, so it's there. But this one does. This one right here has flowers on those little white flowers. And right next to it, I was like, you know what? I have so many cucumber plants. I'll plant them along this and let them go up this wire, this weld wire as a trellis. And the chickens are looking at me. Don't follow me, guys. I'm all right. I ain't doing nothing to y'all. I fed y'all already. I ain't giving you nothing else. Unless, Epiphania extorts me again. Here's another cucumber. And that is a grapeseed cucumber. This is where the ants ran me off last time I was back here. And then I put 2 more cucumbers, especially over here in this area. 2 more cucumber plants. That's the pomegranates. Now let's look at the corn and the cabbage I put out here. I had a couple of pieces of cabbage. They don't look so great, but they'll be okay. I just put them in the day before it started raining. There's my sweet corn. And that looks fine. Everything looks fine. Everything is doing well. I'm gonna cut out and we're gonna go to the other side of the house. Peach trees are doing well. It's raining again, so I gotta hurry up. My phone is getting wet. I put these out. These were the overwintered lemon trees. So they're out in the middle of the yard. They look like they're doing okay. They're not used to being cold. They've been in all year, well, all winter. So they'll be all right. My pecan tree is fine. Just gonna check out one of these trees because I gotta get out of the rain, and then we're gonna run over to, the peach trees are just fine. They like cold weather anyway. I'm gonna walk real fast. There's my other peach tree, and my slow drip system blew off. Here's my other pecan tree. Let's do a zoom in and zoom out. Oh man. Oh, the banana bushes, they look happy. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them. That's 3, and then there's 2 here. All right. That's the other peach tree is doing well. This one is a peach tree. I didn't go and collect snails today. It was a little bit too cold for me. We're just gonna take a look at this corn, and then we're gonna go back inside. So I did put some squash out here. It looks like it's turning yellow, but I think it'll be all right. And here's the atomic orange corn that I put out here. I'll do a close up to you for you since there's grass here. Okay guys, so let's go back inside. My phone is getting... The point of today's video was just to show you that if you don't have sunshine, make your own. Rainwater is excellent, an excellent source if you can capture it, and I wish I had a catchment system. I'm gonna get some gutters put around the house, and then I'm gonna put a container back there, a huge container from Tractor Supply. They say there's some restrictions in Texas against that, but you know, they're gonna have to talk to me about that, because rainwater is better than the water we get out of our taps as far as plants goes. I'm not saying that a human being should be consuming rainwater, but when you feed your plants rainwater, you will see a distance. Let's sit down. You'll see a change in how they grow and how well they grow. Wow, I'm super dark. But I just want to talk to you all today and give you an update on the callaloo, the Chinese cabbage, and the bok choy, as well as the rest of the stuff outside. My sweet potato slips are on the table, and they're doing just fine. They look a little stressed. I had them outside initially, but when it got cold, look at that yellow leaf. I'm gonna have to feed it some 511. When it got cold, I brought them back in the house, as well as everything else that wasn't in the ground. Everything that was plugged into the ground is doing well. So if you have seedlings and you have them plugged in, as long as it doesn't freeze, you're good to go. If you don't, pull them back in the house if it drops below 55, because if not, you might see them do like this. They'll just lean over, and most of the time they'll never recover from that. They just go into shock. Especially since we went from 82 to 44. Huge difference in temperature. So I just wanted to give you my little take on our little, it's not even a freeze, our little cold spell that's still going on. And I don't mind it all because of the rain. As long as I'm getting some kind of benefit, I'm fine. I didn't lose anything so far, so I have no qualms, no complaints. I love rain. That's free fertilizer. That's free water. The plants like it. I love it because it saves me time. I just don't like, I like being outside, but I can deal with that. So please, please, please continue to try to grow your gardens, even if it's in the windowsill. You just saw me with a whole bunch of stuff in my windowsill. You can do it. So this is Jamerica5288. Please like and subscribe. And I will see you on the next one. Bye.